If you've been running D&D for long enough, you will eventually have the moment where you wake up and you're supposed to run D&D in half an hour and you have nothing prepared. This is where dungeon speedrunning is born. Dungeon speedrunning is a legitimate sport and I will have it acknowledged. In order to dungeon speedrun, you just need a blank piece of paper, a pencil, and you need to roll on the charts that I have, a link in the description, and then you have to make a dungeon that is something that is runnable in a game of D&D. In order to solidify dungeon speedrunning as a legitimate sport, I have recorded my first few runs as the first ever submissions for dungeon speedrunning. This is Dice Brain. Okay, so we got the graph paper, we got our pencil and eraser here, and we also have the online dice roller. We're gonna roll all the dice at once, so as soon as we hit roll, then the speed run begins. And also we have the chart that's going to tell me what we are going to be speedrunning. Alright, we are beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we got a natural 20 for the player level. So whatever we run, it's going to have to be campaign ending. We got a D12 on the theme, which is going to be demons. We are going to be dealing with 5 rooms. Our twist is going to be Eldritch Horror. Oh my god, this is going to be perfect. That's fine, I'm just going to start drawing this out. We're just going to start off with this. Oh god. That kind of looks like a penis. Oh god. Okay, so here's where the entrance is going to be. We're going to draw it out kind of like that. So they enter in through here. What I'm thinking, since it is level 20 and we are dealing with demons, we're just going to have them fight Orcus, who is the demon lord of undeath. Let's have this go here and here. This is also going to be a room. I'm just drawing rooms out right now. I don't even know what I'm going to be using them for. This is going to be like the final chamber. We have a thing right here. We're going to have a room right here. And a room right here. We gotta erase. Shit, wait. Hold on. We still don't know what the different rooms are even for. The twist is going to be an Eldritch Horror, which means some sort of incomprehensible evil. I have an idea. This right here is going to be a pit. This is just a massive pit. This is where the demon lord is going to come out of. I'm thinking the Pit of Tartarus. You guys know the Pit of Tartarus? We'll say there is a pit fiend here who sort of like controls, monitors this area, who's gonna be like the boss. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna fill this hallway with shadow demons. And what the shadow demons are going to be doing is they're going to be whispering to the party, and they're going to be making them roll like wisdom saves and stuff like that, and maybe like chipping away at their hit points before they get to this room right here, which is going to be the main boss room. And maybe I can flesh it out a bit more, you know? I'll add some more dead ends so it seems more infinitely incomprehensible. Maybe like confuse the players a bit more. Give it a cool name, the Shadow Maze. Perfect. I'm imagining this is taking place in the Abyss, so maybe the first room here is like the entrance to the Abyss, right? Or maybe they have to go down a pit. Right? They're going to be going down a pit, and of course, guarding it is going to have to be a pit fiend. And they're pretty high CR, but since they're going to be all by themselves, I don't think the level 20 players are going to have a hard time facing off against them. And now we just need 2 more rooms. This room is kind of like an off. This can be like a treasure room. I keep forgetting that I'm like speed running. Rod of the Pact Keeper. Let's do that. Let's do a Rod of the Pact Keeper. And right here we just have an empty room, and I think what I want to include in this empty room is going to be like lore on like the Pit of Tartarus. And so on the walls is going to be drawings. Basically it's going to be art of what exists inside the pit. And time. This is the dungeon that we have drawn out. That is what we're going to be running for, I guess, this level 20 party. We start with descending into the dungeon where the party is met by a pit fiend, and then At that point, the dungeon branches off. There is an altar where we have a rod of the Pact Keeper. The other branch, we have drawings of what made this dungeon the dungeon. It's the pit of Tartarus. And then after that, we go into like this maze area where there are going to be shadow demons, causing the players to roll wisdom saving throws. And then after that, that leads us into the actual pit where some kind of demon lord, I'm thinking Orcus, but it could be any demon lord that we think of. That was very stressful. Let's do another one. All right. Time begins in 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. It's going to be a level 16 dungeon. The theme is 5. There's going to be 10 rooms. Shit. Vampire. The theme is going to be vampire. And the twist is 6. A moral dilemma. We need 10 rooms. Okay, we got to get started. We'll do a little bit there. And those can branch off. And we'll have a central room here. And then those can connect with each other. 10. Oh, God, this is awful. The theme is vampires. What I'm thinking is, since they're level 16 and one vampire won't be able to challenge an entire party, let's have a bunch of vampires. I'm thinking a vampire ball where everyone in there is a vampire. So it's going to be in sort of a vampire manner. Let's make like a ballroom sort of area. And then we're gonna have two tables here, and that's going to be filled with vampires. Why did I do this to myself? Christ. One of these rooms should be like a prison area. This is where the vampires keep their victims. But the moral dilemma is going to be that they are turning into vampires, and if the party doesn't act now and put them out of their misery, then they're going to turn into vampires and try to kill the party. There we go, that's how I fulfill the moral dilemma thing. In this room right here, this is where we're going to include a lich. This is going to be the boss room. The lich is like the person who's in control of the entire manor. What should we do for the entrance? The entrance should be like a garden, all right? Like when I'm thinking of manors, I think of like sprawling gardens, right? With like a fountain and shit. But inside of the garden are also going to be shambling mountains. I gotta remember that these guys are level 16. And there should also be an antechamber. And this room right here kind of looks out over the entire garden. So I'll make it a watchtower. But, oh, wait, since this is connecting to the ballroom, we need a kitchen. No, wait, the kitchen should be connected to the dungeon, because that's where, that's where they get their meals, is from their prisoners. So, kitchen is going to be what connects the ballroom with the dungeon room. Maybe we do need sleeping quarters, but like sleeping quarters for the vampires. So we should have like a coffin room, a morgue, which acts as sleeping quarters. We just need 2 more rooms. How about the lich has a secret room, which includes the phylactery. And this is discoverable through like a secret door of some kind. And then we just need 1 more room, and we'll make it the staff room. Time. Whew. This is a little this is kind of a mess, but I would run this. This is all right. Well, I am well late for the D&D game that I was supposed to go to today, so let's just do another one, why don't we? The run starts in 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank God we have a lower level. It's level 3. Thank Christ. The theme is going to be mountain. The wild card is portals. That is interesting. Okay, I think I have an idea. The players are going to be starting out along this staircase here, and then I have ideas, I swear. We're gonna have a room right here. I'm gonna count the staircases as a room. Screw you. This will lead them to a waterfall, right? And this waterfall is actually a portal to the water elemental plane. The theme is going to be portals. I'm thinking this mountain has a bunch of portals to the different elemental planes. And then I'm going to include another staircase that's going to go up here to the very top. This is the peak of the mountain where they're going to fight an air elemental, because it is a portal to the air elemental plane. And then I think we start to descend down into the caves. Oh, what's an earth elemental but not? Because I don't want them to be fighting too hard. Isn't there an animated statue? Don't animated statues exist? Because this is an earth portal, and then maybe it'll branch off here to a different room because we need more rooms. And then this can also descend down into like a lava pit, and inside the lava pit I'm going to include an Azer because this is a fire elemental portal. So we have a caves here, we have a fire portal here. This is where the mountain peak is. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. Let's do a secret room. We'll say there's a little crevice here that if they squeeze in really tight, they'll find a very rare magic item. What's a very rare magic item? Probably a frost brand sword. Lead to, you know what? We'll make this an entrance to the Underdark. And you know what? Let's throw in a cave bear just for fun, just to include some more combat. Time. We have a dungeon. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rooms. Dungeon starts with the staircase up the mountain where we have a little cave entrance here. Well, they pass by the waterfall, and that's where we have a water weird that's going to do battle with them if they disturb the waters, right? And then the staircase leads up or down. If it goes up, they find the peak of the mountain where there's an air elemental. If they go down, they go into the caves where there's an animated statue. There's a little crack right here that if they squeeze real tight through, they'll find a frost brand sword. And then once they get into the caves, that branches out to either an entrance to the Underdark, where there'll be a cave bear that makes their home there, or it'll lead over to the lava pit where there's an Azer inside, and that is going to be the portal to the fire elemental plane. So there we go. I think it's more elemental themed than it is mountain themed, but I mean, we have it's in a mountain. Wow. If you like the video, you should subscribe, like, comment what you thought. I got some new designs up on the merch store. There's a link in the description. The only reason I have a merch store is because I think the designs are neat, and I think they would look cool on a shirt or a sticker. And also, you know, just buying one helps me out. Speaking of helping me out, if you want to support me more directly, you can always check out my Patreon. I ask my patrons questions for later videos. I also release my videos early there. I plan on running D&D games for the highest tier of patrons, so if you want to play in a game that I'm going to run, you should give it a look. That's the video.